Sitting here watching the sunset through the trees here in North Carolina. The chant of "fill that seat" is being heard all the way from Fayetteville. And I don't know about you, I woke up in a 100% stellar, upbeat, positive news. Of course, last night the internet went wild with the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and so I lose that joke on my act. Where's your fucking pity for me? Now I got to write a new one. So rest in peace and thoughts and prayers to her family. You know, when Fox News put up the graphic that she died in 2019, people had some questions, and along the way with the appearances, people have been asking questions. You know, like the people that she officiated the wedding for. Why are they still registered in places but until 2021? I don't know. I just see the tweet and I go, well, that's something to consider. Here's something to consider. Either between these two different stories, either 1/3 to 2/3 of millennials have never heard of the Holocaust. Ugh, that's strange. How would you go through your whole life and not be aware of that? And then you realize that over time, through someone choosing not to add it in there or the past being changed, there will come a time when history books will not include the Holocaust. And you'll have 100% of society that will not know what the Holocaust is. And so it's easy to see now for those of us who are politically minded and just love the 24/7 blood sport that politics has become. I mean, we're talking smash mouth, folks, from the next, 46 days to the election. We're talking about scandals and who's following the rules correctly, and it's going to be wild. The news will be designed to get you to freak out, to get you to choose to give up your gratitude so you can then go and purchase the uniform of anarchy, which I'm sure they're not at all tracking your purchase habits. I'm sure that everyone buying the same outfit isn't all on a giant list in the NSA. I'm sure that's not happening. Okay. So when you make those decisions to go do those things, you may be shown a video of, people fist fighting in a park or whatever kind of embarrassing thing you find yourself being a part of here in this culture of death. So if you were that person and you're that kind of minded to go out and that's your fun, well, there you go. For those of us who are like, it doesn't seem like, I'm sorry, non-violent, peaceful social change is the only known way to embrace peace, to embrace the Prince of Peace. And then with your faith, you then live every day in a state of joy. So then, when you see the things that are built to design to get people irate or to get you to click on there or to get you to whatever they're doing, okay, however they're working, that part of your limbic system in your brain that's having you make your choices on what you go for. So here we are. Yeah, Ruth Bader Ginsburg is dead. How long has she been dead for? What is the next process? Okay, now we know that with Barack Obama having a Republican Senate in his last year, that because he was a Democrat, it was run by the Republicans, no SCOTUS. Now you have a president who also has the Senate, and so now because they're aligned, boom, they're going to fill the seat. We watched the devastation, the way that Brett Kavanaugh and his family was dealt the most evilest of underhanded blows. And to think that, are we going to see it again? Are they going to fast track it right to the vote? I'm thinking they're going to go for Amy Coney Barrett. And that seems to be what everybody was saying for the longest time, is that when Ruth Bader Ginsburg's seat's filled, it would be Amy Coney Barrett. Why Ruth Bader Ginsburg did not retire when Obama was president and have her seat done then, who knows? Remember when the Pats beat the fucking Seahawks because the Seahawks ran a fucking bonehead play, and you're like, why would they do that? Why wouldn't they give it to Marshawn Lynch, the fucking guy who fucking is amazing? Why wouldn't you do that? And then they lost. You just go, I don't know why fucking people do what they do. None of us do. So anyways, back to the RBG. They got to have the meeting. I guess they've already had the interview. They might be able to go straight to the vote. So here's the option. Do you go straight to the vote and then ram it through before the election? Do you go through the process so the left can expose how fucking maniacal they're going to act, how diabolical they're going to act, and then you juxtapose what they did to Kavanaugh, what they're going to do to this next, whoever Trump picks as his nominee? Are they going to get the same treatment? It exposes the lunacy of the left. Does that create more Trump supporters, more Trump voters? Does it increase the vote? We already know that the incumbent president with a good growing economy, the turnout is everything. So hopefully you're going to go out there and show up and vote. Okay, and I'm sure there's nobody filming the early voting lines to make sure that you're not going in there more than once. So don't be one of these morons that gets caught doing that. Okay, you get one vote and go vote on election day, and then have it be counted. And then that's it. Sun's almost down. You hear the chickens going off here. So for the next however many days this is going to happen, you're going to have she's going to be laid to rest, right? Then you're going to have, you're probably going to have some kind of Durham action. You're going to have some more Horowitz action. Stuff is just going to be coming boom, 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 boom. And folks, if you're really, really, really connected to this stuff, and you're really, you watch people tweet fucking, they're sad or whatever they're choosing to do with this information that they're being given. They're very, very, well, ultimately they're scared. They don't know that as confidently alive as they are now, they'll be as confidently dead. That you'll step through that veil with the same confidence you have as you listen. In the same way that I'm here talking to you, grilling chicken. The sun's coming down. All right. Now, what's strange is, and one of the things that hit me, I want to get back to that point with the textbooks, is that you're going to have textbooks that in our lifetime, that if we don't check this, you're going to start to see, they're going to have a textbook that says all of a sudden the Republican Party started the KKK. You're going to have, again, 2/3 of millennials have never heard of the Holocaust. In what fucking world is that? In the same world that when the history is written, okay, and there's Black Lives Matter, did you do the extra deep dive and go into their actual charter to know who started it, what they believe in, their Marxist principles, the abandonment of the family, and the attack on religion, the attack on faith? When the history book is written and edited, it's just going to be a picture of the sign with the people standing behind it, and then whatever the history book tells you what happened. More than likely, the deep dive that we did to learn about who is running and funding these, this insurrection is not going to make the history books. It's going to be just a picture. Black Lives Matter, which we should all believe that they do. You may not believe in Marxism or communism, and you realize that your very, very liberty and your civil rights have been taken away in a pandemic, and now we're experiencing it. You're going to see a landslide one way or the other, and the country immediately open up. And when they immediately open up, what will that be like? There's going to have to be a general reaccepting of people back into culture. For those of us who are nativists and America First fucking patriots, it's the same acceptance that we've had always for everybody. Did you hear when Trump said condolences for RBG? Everyone applauded because they have, as Americans, reverence for the people who have served this country. Whereas, if that was switched, when that person was announced, that crowd on the other side would be jeered and heckled and laughed at. So the question is, with the rest of this process, are they going to like elongate it out to expose the lunacy in it, or are they going to fucking vote, get it in, get it going, and win this election?